So I'm Heather Almorjo. Today's day 5. It's almost 11:23, and I'm watching Game of Thrones before bed and realized I didn't do day 6. Is it day 6 or day 7? I'm not sure. Today was two things that I accomplished. I worked on a submission for a book that's going to be sent to a publisher by next Friday, and this is a different book than the one for Earth Arts. It was a collaborative project that I worked on with Awakening House and the group from the sociocracy training. As well, I went to sociocracy training tonight, so that was fantastic. Sociocracy is an alternative governance system that does not allow the same abuses of power that the democratic system does. So when I'm looking at what type of governance system would be best for someone who believes in decolonization, collective communities working together. Come up here then. My cat's meowing. And the best system that I've discovered thus far is sociocracy. Sociocracy was invented by the scientist who created the flat speaker that we use today, that is in my ear right now. Same inventor. And he believed in feedback loops, which prove whether or not something has been good technology, and making sure to check for errors by using those feedback loops to examine how the experiment has gone and if there's something that can be improved. He believed in consent rather than consensus. Consensus can last hours and still never come to an agreement, but consent means that it's good enough for now, safe enough to try. And as far as a governance system, decision-making process, electoral process, I feel that it is the best system I have ever come across. I want to write to the United Church of Canada. I want to write to the Métis associations across Canada. I want to write to our government even, but I know that's not going to change. And mention to them, like, hey, look into this. There's trainers across Canada, bilingual, multidisciplinary trainers who can show us how to run these systems of governance in a way that creates a better decision-making process that focuses on giving those who have the best skills the platforms in order to use those skills to make our society better or make the project better. It does not allow one person to abuse power in a chair position, as all of us have seen happen. And it allows people to come forward from the lower levels of involvement and make suggestions that impact the entire whole of the system. So they have, instead of a hierarchy, they have concentric, interlocking circles of governance for each decision-making task team. So you would have the top circle, which is going to be the chair, the decision-making team for the majority of the people. Each member of the task force below that is specific jobs. So if it's a business, let's say there's going to be a team for PR, there's going to be a team for finance, there's going to be a team for delegating jobs, and each of those groups will have 2 representatives at the top circle, so that if there is something that affects the circle of finance and the top circle makes a decision that could negatively impact the circle of finance, there's 2 representatives there to advocate for everyone in the finance circle. So I'm not explaining it well because this is a 5-minute video, but it's better than the top telling the finance circle, this is what you're going to do, and we don't care whether or not it hurts you. Because there's going to be people there that represent the finance circle, that are part of the finance circle, that are going to advocate for their rights and freedoms within that organization. So I really love sociocracy, and I really think it's going to do really great things for Earth Arts, and a co-ops, and if any other organization picks it up from here forward, it will be great for any organization, nation that decides that it is a better system than the democratic system, which we all know is designed to make sure that the power stays in the hands of the people at the top. It is not designed for equality. It is not designed to protect the interests of the people who are marginalized. Canada is a corporation. It is a corporation owned by the Queen of England, and there is certainly people at the table sitting to ensure that her investments and her property is well controlled, and it will remain such until such a day that people decide that we're done with it and that we can do better things as a sovereign realm, nation, with the governance of a community, a tribe, a network of, I won't say like-minded, because like-minded is not going to benefit us, a network of people who are seeking to protect the interests of the people and the land that we inhabit. I could rant for a long time about this. I rant a lot about it in my mind, but I'm not going to get into it because it's 11:31. So Game of Thrones is on TV. I'm going to relax and do some, turn off my brain and enjoy this TV show. I don't normally watch TV, but when I moved in with my partner, he had a TV, and I've been discovering what I've been missing. So thank you for listening, and have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. I believe today was day 7. I believe today was 1 week, but good night.